We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you. We are live, guys. I'm J.R.R, the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And today we're here to talk about Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, episodes 1 and 2. Now, if you don't want to win the potential to have the power of a ring, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. We're trying to blow past this target and just keep it moving, you get me? So, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up and press the notification bell to get notified every time we drop a banger. Now, the question is, was episode 1 and 2 bangers? Who wants to handle this?
It's yeah. That's not even that's not even up for discussion. Straight up fire. And I think even before just diving into the whole story, mythology, all of that stuff, the visuals, ladies and gentlemen, Lord of mercy, yo. Amazing, stupid, incredible, smart. Love it.
Yeah. Two very good episodes. I love the setup that they have of each kind of faction and each main character that they set up and where they're going to kind of go, well, where they seem like they're going to lead from here. And then I just find it very, very interesting the way they show how each race kind of treat everyone else. And I'm like, whoa, that's very, very tough, especially where people come from and then where it seems like where they're going to be leading to. I'm like, this is going to be very, very mad where we're going to see them from episode 1 and 2 to episode, I think it's 10?
Yeah, the social, economical relationships are, let's say, very political. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I like what they've done in this because it's very new viewer friendly. If you've not watched any Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits or anything, you don't need to. The entry level is 0. Do you know what I'm saying? So they set up how hobbits move, how dwarfs move, how elves moves, and they give you 2 episodes of that. So it's all the main players before we're going in, how orcs move or how orcs have moved in the past and how they're moving now. And by the time you end it, it's just a good movie to start off the series, I think. I think it, like Raven was saying, looks super legit, but when you're the most expensive TV show in the history of history,
60 mil per episode.
You kind of got to look this good. So you kind of got to. And I think even with that, I think Prime Video knowing that this has got to look good as the movies, if not better, was the right mindset to go with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the cinematography in it is a bit mad.
Yeah,
still.
Just the way they're showing each world, it's just was it half foot people? With the whole, their stuff is just so basic. It's all about disguise, using nature and stuff like that. Boom. Calm, looks good. And then you move to a different people. I'm not trying to get a disclaimer over here.
Who are they?
And it's like...
Who are they? Who are you referring to?
Yeah, we don't know. Are they tall or are they short?
Trying to get me. The...
Dwarves? Dwarves?
Not...
Elves?
The dwarves.
Dwarves.
Where they go down that is I'm still mind blown by that whole world, the way they've built it like that.
I rate that still.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's just obviously I was thinking of, in Harry Potter at the bank and they go underneath, but this is
it's the same race of people as well. They're dwarves in Harry Potter as well.
But this is 1,000 times better, the way that world is built underground. That is sick. Mad respect for the animators and people behind it, because I've never seen anything like that before, bruv.
Yeah, I think it's sick, just having, obviously, it ties in with, how they move as a people, they're sculptors, and, I love the conversation at the table where she's talking about, singing to the mountain, singing to the individual parts of the mountain, and it makes sense, why they live in it, do you know what I'm saying? Also, you see what them man do. Them man are heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? Them man are heavyweight lifters, bruv. So they need to be around strong stuff. I also like how everyone's kind of against elves, or everyone's feeling towards elves. But it's not even just like they're against them. It's like elves have this status of like
higher Dow.
Yeah, bro, bouginess, bro. They look good, they shine, they're pretty. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing everyone else underneath, well, I say underneath, but everyone else looks at elves like these men think they're better than us. Also, the elves are clearly imposing their will across Middle Earth and wherever they go, because they're in this new land. They're like, yo, wear the watch. They're leaving the place they're occupying, and the people are like, yo, thank God these men are leaving. So I love that they've got those little essences of occupation, who's running things, different kings. Do you know what I'm saying? So fire.
Story-wise, like I really like see the way the Half-Foot had the book. Like they don't, like, most times there's a bit of narration to go with it, but the older guy was just there, just looking at, okay, these hunters or travelers, what comes after it. So clearly, like, this happened in the past, and that's how they document the whole thing. Just like the simple stuff like that just lets you understand the past, here's the present, and give us a clear view of what's to happen in the future, what's to come. Like, the writing in this thing is
Yeah, I was gonna say the writing's fire as well. And do you know what I like about it? It's like with the elves, it's like the elves all speak Shakespeare, fam. Like, bruv, Shakespeare's one of them, man. Yeah, fam. Like every one of them is just monologuing some sort of highbrow, philosophical, just something. Like, where it's like the next man are like, yo, like the dwarves, they're like, shut up, man. Like, we're here. Like, us man are hard. Like that. Do you know, I just love the difference between all of that and how it's meshing and blending together, fam.
I say we dive into the characters, and the one that I find the most interesting is, I guess, in the Elven lady, because obviously she's been like hardened by her mission done by her brother. Obviously, Sauron obviously gave him the mark. She's now going to look by that, and obviously, for me right now, she's not very likable because of, I guess, in her mission. Now,
I don't think she's gonna get likable.
You don't think so? I think that's going to be the change. Like,
why?
I don't know. I just feel like that's going to happen because
she's got to keep this energy, fam. Because
she will. Yeah, but I feel like it's hard to put my finger on it.
Is it because like she kind of sees ahead of time kind of thing? Like, you know, right at the beginning when they're kids, and she's making the little floating boat
kind of thing.
But she's like, oh, it's not going to float. It sails. So she kind of like really kind of like understands.
I know. See, and this is what, like, if you watch it, patreon.com/Simoners during the watch along, see when she jumps off the boat, that I believe that's her deciding to be the rock. That goes into the darkness. This is Sam. She's got to stay like that. She's got to die for the cause, bro. So I don't want her to become likable. Like, she's on a mission. She's got one mission, bro.
Right.
That's it. Kill Sauron or die killing Sauron. I want no character arc. No deviation. Bro, she don't need it. Bro, come on, man. She's got to do that, fam.
I believe she'll do her mission, but
we know Sauron survives, so she got to go.
Team Sauron.
Bro!
No, it's like, you know what, that's fine. If she don't even deviate, she stays this woman that she is, I'm like, that's fine, because even the Hobbit, like, girls that we've got, I like that mission too.
See,
and that's even worse because, like you're saying in the watch along, patreon.com/cybernerds, like, they're just innocent girls, and they're like, I feel like this is my calling. Yeah, like, I need to look after this guy. But this guy,
come on,
is.
This is why, yeah, I want them to work together.
Right.
Because you have got the innocence of like two hobbits who are like, you've got the innocence of two hobbits. One of them's like, she has a calling.
Yeah.
She knows it, she feels it, and she's been putting that out there. A meteor falls from the damn sky at her feet. Like, she can't ignore that.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether he's good or bad. And this is why I think it's great. Because I want that character to go bad and fall bad. And her character to decide, this is my call. Good or bad, I'm with my man. He understands he's going to be free. And I want that, bro, because I want these things to get blurred. I don't want it to be, oh, hobbits are good. This is why also our main character, she don't deviate. Same energy. when you see my man and the young girl, you should be trying to X both of
them,
these.
yeah, of course.
Both, and that's why I like, don't become likable. I want everyone to just be who you are and let us all fall in different. Bro, it's like Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones, bro. Come on, bro. Even a discourse between like the dwarves and the elves. Like where my man's going to see his brethren, and then his dad's like, bruv, you know, man, you know these man want something. And he had the same energy. But obviously, his wife, it's actually his brethren. Like, there's bare narratives. And I'm not even saying that he's wrong. And that's the position I want us to always be in. I understand that shit's peak. That's all I need from a season. That's all I need. You get me? So I'm bruv. The creatures as well. Yeah. They went hard. My only issue, I do have an issue with the episode.
What?
They had the orc moving really wild. Like I felt like when the orc showed up and it was fighting in the house, it was almost like sped up. Like they felt like they had to do more with the orc than they needed. I didn't really like that. And I feel like orcs are just going to be imposing anyway. So you don't really need to do that. Like, you've seen how strong it was throwing things around the house. So I'm cool, but like, I want to see what the orcs are on Crud. And I love just the different stances that everyone's on, man.
Yeah, man. The setup for each character. Like, to me, I don't feel like there's a main character because the way it's so balanced between everyone, the way they're setting it up. Like the kids, the two girls, like even when she was talking to the older guy, the half-foot girl, and she's like, yo, tell me more. And he's like, shut up, go home, man. Like, this is none of your concern. But then, like you're saying, she meets the guy, that's part of your journey, and he's showing the star constellation. And what was my man looking on the books? He's talking about the sky. Like, the way you've just balanced everyone, and then you've got the other kid whose mum is with the other elf, and is like, are you half? Is that your dad?
Nah, he's
and then he's the one with the sword.
That's why
the blood's coming out. It's like every single person's gonna play a very important part in this whole beef. It's like it's not one. Like the girl, to me, she's more like the warrior. You're the muscle woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is running their thing, and this is how we're all gonna come together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
See, I love the star constellation stuff because I want to know how all of this ties in together. Like, is that constellation a constellation that shows up every 5,000 years? Is it 10,000 years? Is it once in a lifetime? Because he had it written down, or he saw it and understood this means something. Then it came through the same time the elves were going back to their forever elf world. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is there, like, for me, it's like when one energy is being put in big, it's got to pull energy somewhere else. So the same way we open the gateway here, is this what called Sauron to come back? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're waiting for a
fam.
They said it was centuries, didn't they?
Exactly.
Since even the appearance of my man. So
exactly. And then the day the elves leave, a rogue orc shows up. Yeah.
It's about to be peak for
man,
everyone.
don't believe in coincidences over here, innit? So you shouldn't believe in coincidences. Brother, have you man got anything else for the episode? What are we rating the episode?
Oh, whew.
I think a solid 4.
I'm going minimum for me has to be 4.5, bro. It's a 4.5 for me, bro. Like, cause I've watched Lord of the Rings many times. I'll just feel funny about, like, I'm just going to watch Lord of the Rings for this week. I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. But these 2 episodes has got me so sucked in. I'm thinking, did you miss something in Lord of the Rings, Raven, that you can watch it, you have no problem watching it, going back and forth every year.
But you're not grit.
But I'm not. Exactly, I'm not plugged in like that. This did that for me. So for that, I'm going to give an extra 5, half point for that.
I don't know, I'm not the opposite, but it felt like it was a very slow burner getting into the crux of things. And I feel like Jay said it as well, is like, the people who don't know what Lord of the Rings is, you just want to dive into this world. It does start you on that, but it is slow. But then episode 2, I swear to God, if that wasn't here this day 1, I might have been off, you know? I might have been off. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, episode 2 really does help it.
I'm with Sam 100%.
I was on it the whole time.
The blurring storylines, everything started coming to, like, a good conclusion, but like,
brought it together. It started bringing it together.
Really well. I'm like,
which is why
okay.
they gave us both episodes.
Now I want to continue from here. But episode 1, I'm like, Okay, it's all right.
See, and this is what's interesting because I'm like, I think maybe the 0.5 is actually because you've watched Lord of the Rings, and you know, like, there's a familiarity. So now they're giving you like things you can actually latch onto in like new characters and stuff like that.
Right.
Where I feel like Sam's like, you did what you were supposed to do, and we're good. And I'm gonna have to go with Sam on this one. I feel like it's good, yeah, but I did feel that in between, like the first 20 minutes of the second, like between the end of the first episode and halfway through the second episode, there's a period where it's like, we kind of got to get through this. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's also why they gave us 2 episodes. They know that there's a lot of stuff they've got to give us, and with the 2 episodes they give us, so man, I'm gonna give us a solid 4 as well. Get me, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you give it? A 4, like out of 5. Comment section below. Let us know. Let us know if they have, and I want to hear from. Listen, hardcore Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth livers. You man, the actual real life elves and dwarves. You man out there, hobbits. Comment section, educate, please. Help us. Be nice and friendly as well if we don't know about something.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm telling them. This is why I'm telling them.
Bro, you see the world they're living. Ain't nobody friendly.
Bruv.
Look at the way you talk about humans, bro.
Comment section below. Bruv, there are no humans here, so that's, you know what I'm saying? Correspond with us as we are people from Middle Earth. You get me? And also, I need some real life education on the whole brown skin elf situation. Because we've seen one. I want to understand, are they a different race? Did they come from a different place? Like, do we have different enses? Like, how does that whole thing work? Do you get me? Because even this guy being brown skin, fam, is this a Jon Snow situation?
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, one of these lot went out of the circle, found, do you know what I'm saying? Found a Nubian queen and brought back an elf boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, I want to know, like, these are really the things I want to dive into with this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, in Lord of the Rings, from my view, like, they never touch on stuff like that. And to have a main protagonist character, dark skin, when we ain't seeing no other dark skin elves, I want to know. I want to know. Comment section below. Get me? Also, I know you're enjoying the content, fam. You're enjoying the conversation. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. And press the notification bell so you get notified every time I'm dropping a banger. Other than that, I'm J1 Further the Cyber Nerds.
Raven your GS.
Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
We're going to see you next week.
Peace.